Hello, and welcome to Tips, Tricks, and Oops podcast. This is October 3rd, and I'm Therese Gorin, and to my left is...
The thorn on her left is Sanford Alexander.
And the lovely gentleman on my right is...
Eston Talavera.
And we've got an exciting little tidbit to share with you today, and Eston is going to tell us all about it.
So today I have brought in with me a device called the 6-dot Braille labeler. And the 6-dot Braille labeler is, if you remember back when we had those dymo tape labelers that you had to turn the little turnstile on, and they looked very similar to the print style labeler that you usually see. Do you remember those?
I still have them.
I have 3 or 4 of those at home,
Oh, well,
so yes.
I don't actually have one of those because I could never use those things.
Oh.
That's the problem when you're dealing with these young folks.
I know, right? So we need to get you one and break you in a little bit.
Yeah, those were nice, but I could never get those to work for me. So this works a lot better for me. And so what
probably runs on batteries.
Well, yes, that is true.
Probably.
It does run on 4 AA batteries. And before I turn on the device, I'm going to give you an orientation to the device. So on the side here is a USB port which you can plug a computer into, like a keyboard, and then you can type the label in with the letters of a computer on the computer. So let's say a parent wants to, let's just say a parent, okay?
Okay.
Follow me here.
A sighted friend.
Uh-huh.
A sighted friend or a parent wants to label something for
a helpful neighbor.
Yeah, for their friend or child or whoever. They can do that by plugging in a USB keyboard and typing it in. And I actually had a friend test this. He found a keyboard and he typed a message. He typed my name and we printed it out on the Brailler, and it worked really well. I was kind of surprised.
Does it print out in grade 2 Braille?
No, it is grade 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm going a little bit further here, and there's a little flap at the on the back of the device that is where you put in your labeling tape. And I'm going to go ahead and close that now. And then further next to that, I have what they call a cutter. And what that does is it cuts the labels. And the last thing I have is the spot where the dymo tape label comes out. Okay? Now I'm going to pass this to Sanford and let him look at it, because I don't think he's got me really look at it once. A little bit further, and we got it. Okay.
Thank you.
And Sanford, what do you think? I mean, it seems to be pretty well put
looks
together.
like a Perkins that got stuck in a shrimp machine. It has a space bar, 6 Perkins-style keys, slightly ergonomically shaped and spaced, and another little button here in the middle that I'm afraid to hazard a guess what it might be.
Is it in the middle of the three? Is it in the middle
Between
of
the 2 sets of keys? Yes.
Yeah, that's the power. You flick that up, or if you flick that back, it'll turn on and make a little sound.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
I thought it spit at me.
That little tape sound, is that the tape?
Yeah, that's the tape getting ready. Well, actually, that's
yeah.
all of the little motors underneath the keys getting ready to go.
Okay. So you don't have to pound on the thing.
Yeah. So it's all the little motors down there.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So let me show you how this works. I'm going to go ahead and...
Alright, it's on.
All right. Thank you so much for turning that on for me.
Looks like a little Easter egg.
We like to help wherever we can.
Okay. So it looks like a little Easter egg.
It does.
Well,
Okay.
From a sighted
rounded,
girl,
yeah.
from a sighted girl's perspective, it looks like an Easter egg with a little handle on it.
Is it purple?
No,
I don't know what color it is. Can you
it's
tell?
white.
Okay, it's white.
It's like eggshell white, but it
Okay.
looks like a little boombox / Easter egg looking.
Okay, yeah, a
thing.
boombox. That makes
Princess
sense.
phone looking kind of thing.
Okay.
Boy, this is a
All
phone.
right.
Okay.
Rolling
So
on.
one thing I have to say is that you have to hit space before you type anything. And that's just something that I've learned to do, otherwise the first letter gets cut off. So I'm going to go ahead and hit space now. And now I'm going to type the word test. And I'm going to type it in grade 1 Braille here. So I'm going to type T-E-S-T. All right, I'm going to push space once. All right, now I'm going to use the cutter, and what that will do is it'll cut the label tape, and we have our first label. And I know that it
Okay.
says test, and I'm going to pass it to Sanford here.
Okay.
Okay,
And-
sorry.
And
And it looks like
Sanford's-
Dymo tape.
Well, yes, that's because it is Dymo tape.
And that's because it is Dymo tape. And actually, I would have,
Yeah, it is.
I would have spaced another space because this T
Is yeah.
is barely on the.
And
I
if
mean,
you notice-
it's
Wow.
okay, but it's on there.
Yeah, and
Okay,
look
your
on the other
turn.
side.
Well, it's like
Well, you've got the normal
3 inches of room.
well,
room, and you when you break off and peel off, you're going to have the space.
Well, the
Yeah.
Dymo
Yeah.
Brailler, that I have, I have a tendency to space it before I cut it because
Mhm.
I always wind
Yeah.
up cutting the end, the last letter off.
That's nice, sharp Braille.
Yeah, it's nice, crisp
it
Braille.
is,
It's
and
very crisp.
The tape feels pretty good because there's some tape out there that's
Yeah.
Dully feeling.
questionable.
Now,
you
it
know.
comes with
thin.
a roll of tape in the machine,
Mhm.
and it comes with instructions on how to load the tape.
Very nice.
It is not terribly easy to load the tape, but you can do it. So, I think that it's a very good device. One thing I will mention, and this will save you a lot of trouble, is every time you're done with the device, I would turn it off. The reason for that being that if you don't turn it off and it sits there while it's on, this drains battery faster than I have ever seen. Actually, I left it on accidentally last night, and I was like, "Oh no!" I thought, "Oh, we're not going to be able to do it because I accidentally forgot to turn it off." And
Oops.
yeah, and it works. It's worked fine. So
Mhm.
I apparently didn't drain the battery, but that was something that I had trouble with. I actually ended up having to send the device back because of that. I left the thing on so long that the batteries were just completely dead, and even when I
How hard are they to change?
Wow.
the battery, actually that's something interesting. I'm going to pass the device to you, and
Here?
I'm going to make sure it's off. Okay, it is
A
off.
little bit more. There you go.
There you go. So
Thank you.
there's the device.
It's also like a football. You see, I grabbed
Yes.
that football.
Yes, that's it. It's not an Easter egg. It's football.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you look on the back, if you look at the bottom of the device,
Well, the bottom or the back?
the bottom.
All right, on the bottom. Aha.
So turn it over, basically.
Yes, it's over.
Okay. You see that little battery compartment?
It looks
thing?
like that could be a battery compartment.
Okay, open
And it's
that.
got a little.
It's got a little
thingy.
clip.
It's got a full cell. What's that full cell marking?
Oh, just nothing. It's just a full cell.
Just a full cell.
It's just there.
All right.
So just open the battery compartment.
Sure. I'm looking for the magic door. There is the little magic battery door open thing,
Mhm.
and it comes out and it falls off,
Yes.
and that's good.
Would you like me to hold that for you
And
while you're?
well, thank you. Dear.
I will be your lovely assistant.
And then.
Now, if you notice in there are 4 AA batteries in a little package.
There's a little package.
thingy.
I was going to say there's a little clip package.
Yeah.
And what I would normally, no, that's,
And so basically you have to take out the package,
and I'm
replace
working
the
on
batteries,
Mm-hmm.
and put the package back in the device.
Right. And
Okay.
would you flip it over and shake them out? No.
No.
You have to lift them out.
You have to lift them out.
And again,
And all of
Aha.
this stuff comes with instructions.
well, good, because,
You do have to buy the 4 AA batteries,
there
though.
goes there.
Rechargeable batteries.
They're not rechargeable.
They're not rechargeable?
The ones that come with the device are not.
I'm thinking.
You
okay.
can buy
I can get
rechargeable batteries.
I can get it to move.
Mhm.
I can get it to wiggle. I just can't get it to come up.
Well, yeah. And here, let me try.
Okay.
All right. So I've gotten this out before. I'm going to use this little string that you may or may not be able to see.
I knew he was going to cheat.
There we go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did that to me on purpose.
Yes, he did.
So now you can see the 4 batteries, and you just replace the 4 batteries in here.
I was gonna say speak for yourself, but
Well,
Well, that would be in poor taste.
Yeah. All right, now I'm going to attempt to. The other part of this is putting the batteries back, putting the little battery pack back in here, because that's a little bit.
Because they have
fun.
to connect someplace.
Yeah.
You have to make a connection.
All right.
Is this where batteries are not included?
Yep.
No, batteries were included.
Oh, they were?
Actually, batteries were included, thankfully, or
With one roll of tape.
yeah.
Now, I will say that one roll of tape is not going to get you very far.
No.
So you want to probably look at making sure you have a source for getting some more tape.
Yeah, that probably would have been a good idea.
And then the other thing is, I was happy to see this was the thicker Dymo tape
Yes.
that works on some of the
Pass me the battery.
newer
cover,
machines.
please. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, this is a good sturdy tape.
Yeah.
I didn't know they made that still.
Well, apparently they do. I'm not really sure exactly where you can buy this, but I'm sure you can.
Well,
I'm sure you can.
isn't it the same tape that you use on a regular Dymo tape machine?
It's possible.
I suspect it is.
There we go.
Now I am
win.
curious if
Okay.
you get that back on and get the
Okay.
little door closed and all.
Yes.
There is that full cell on the bottom there. Why is that there?
I think it's
Is it
just.
functional or is it just decorative? Or
I think it's decorative, and I think it's to distinguish the
let you know
machine.
that it's Braille.
Yeah, to let you know that this is something for Braille usage. That's my opinion.
I mean, everybody goes around looking at machines that have 6 little keys with a space bar, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I will say that the device is a little bit expensive, and you can find out more information on the device at www.sixdot.com. And the price is there. You can call them from that website. The website's there should be a link for you for that website as well. So that's all that I have for the 6 dot. Do you guys have any questions about it?
I don't think so.
I
don't have any myself.
I think that for a person that has difficulty getting the wheel on the traditional, the older machine
Mm-hmm.
lined up in the little window, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
This
That's
would be
exactly
a
it.
great advantage. I mean, like you
Yes.
say, it is expensive, but if it works and the other one doesn't, it certainly is an option.
Yeah.
And I think for the person who doesn't know Braille, if you can plug it in and use a keyboard, that's
Mhm.
a great advantage too.
I agree.
So yeah, I think
Definitely.
it has some good purpose.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be all for this episode of Tips, Tricks, and Oops. And I'm Eston.
I'm Therese.
Sanford Alexander.